ever worry your man might be narcissistic or avoidant? I remember how scary and exhausting that uncertainty was, which is why I've spent the last 25 years teaching and coaching women about the intimacy skills that create emotional safety and consistent affection fast. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact cheat phrases from the intimacy skills that you can start using immediately to transform how he responds. They're simple, safe, and they're proven by thousands of women to ignite affection and bring back the playfulness again. And the way you know if your man is an avoidant or a narcissist, all you have to do is take these 4 steps and apply them, the steps from the 6 intimacy skills, for 2 weeks. And most women have never been taught them, sadly. And they're skills, they're not instincts, which means that just like making an omelet or playing the piano, no one is born knowing them. But if you learn them, you can have the kind of relationship that other people envy. And by the way, if you haven't downloaded your Adored Wife Roadmap yet, you can get an overview of the 6 intimacy skills for free at lauradoyle.org. Now, you might be thinking, well, what if he's avoidant or what if he's a narcissist? Will it still work? And the answer is you won't know until you experiment with these skills for 2 weeks and see how he responds to you. But here's a spoiler alert. I've never seen the intimacy skills fail for a woman who practices them. And many of those women were sure they were married to a narcissist or an avoidant. Hey, you're still here, even though I just contradicted everything you've probably ever heard about how narcissists and avoidants act. Well, that's great. That means you're open and you're courageous, which is the kind of women who the intimacy skills work best for. Now I'll show you the first step for this experiment, which is an action, a specific practice, and it's essential for this experiment. Step 1 is to replenish your spirit. So you're going to make yourself ridiculously happy every day for 2 weeks. Think of it as the best science experiment ever. And the way you're going to do this is by making a list of activities that bring you joy. And then you're going to do at least 3 of them every day. So not 3 things you think you should do to save money or get in shape or whatever. Don't let me catch you doing 30 minutes of an exercise that you hate. If you hate exercise bikes, so you're going to go spinning. No. And no fair doing laundry and calling it self-care. This only counts if you do 3 things that make you feel joyful, like you can't stop smiling. Now, we're talking about scrolling your dream kitchen on Pinterest or nibbling chocolate or guilt-free naps or just solitude and trashy show binging or whatever makes you feel light and playful and sparkly. Now, if you're anything like I was, you're thinking, but I'm not happy because I'm married to a narcissist or an avoidant. So my relationship is stressful and I don't know if I should stay in it. And I get it. I really do. It's exactly how I felt when my husband wanted nothing to do with me and didn't want to talk to me, take a car ride with me, or even have physical intimacy with me. That hurt a lot. And the loneliness was very real. But now that I look back, I kind of get it. I mean, I just wasn't attractive to him when I was wearing a permanent frowny face. That wasn't the woman he fell in love with. When we first met, I was full of joy. I was easy to delight. I was always laughing and smiling. Now you might be thinking, but no one can be happy all the time for 2 weeks. And I'm not saying you have to be happy or act fake happy 24/7. So this step isn't about being fake. It's about restoring you, your vibrance, your sparkle. And guess what? That alone shifts how he responds to you. When I was on the brink of divorce, I wasn't happy, and I didn't realize that only happy people have happy relationships. We can't know if that's the case until you do 3 things a day for your happiness, for frivolous fun. Now, if you do this step well, you're going to know it because you're going to feel happy. Not about your relationship yet, maybe, but you're more than just your relationship, right? And that's not a bad side benefit to doing this experiment, to see if your guy is a narcissist or avoidant, to get ridiculously happy, right? So far, this experiment isn't hard, is it? Okay, now that you're a little more cheerful, you're ready for the first cheat phrase you'll want to use during the 2-week experiment. Step 2 is to choose your trust in your man. So for 2 weeks, consider leaning on this phrase, right? It's whatever you think, whatever you think. It's a scary one. And since you're still here, kudos to you, brave one. It means I trust you, even when you're sure you know better. You picked your guy because you thought he was smart and capable and handsome. So saying whatever you think is not giving up or dumbing down. It's choosing intimacy over control. Because guess what? Telling him what to do when he's perfectly capable of handling something himself made me look and feel like his mom. And that is not hot. But I didn't realize that. I thought he was just self-centered, unaffectionate, and hostile because he had a disorder. But all that cleared up when I learned to stop controlling him and started saying whatever you think. And look, I still fail at this sometimes. Just ask John about the embarrassing calendar incident where I helpfully told him he was using it wrong. And let's just say the frost level was Elsa. But I've got to warn you, there's one time you don't want to say whatever you think because it will backfire. And that's when he's asking you what you want, which leads me to step number 3, and that's express your desires. If he asks what you want for dinner or whether to toss your wilting birthday flowers, don't say whatever you think and hope that he can just read your mind. That's how I almost convinced myself I married a narcissist when John snapped back, well, you need to figure it out. The one time you don't want to say whatever you think to your man is when he's asking what you desire, like what kind of food you want for dinner and how many kids you want to have or where you want to go on vacation. It's up to me to figure out my desires and to tell him. So that time he asked me if I wanted him to throw out my wilting birthday flowers. And I said, whatever you think, because that's what I teach and coach thousands of women to say. And also because I'm pretty good at showing I trust him now instead of acting like I think he's an idiot like I used to. Well, it was shocking when he got very short with me and said, well, you need to figure it out. I mean, what a jerk. Or maybe even a volatile narcissist. But then, luckily, I realized I wasn't doing job number 1 for any wife who wants to feel taken care of and adored and special, which is knowing what I want and expressing it. As soon as I recovered from my little head trip where I thought, OMG, I married the wrong man because clearly this is unacceptable and possibly abusive, I realized that he was asking about my desire, but I didn't want to decide about those flowers. So I didn't ask myself what I wanted, which meant he didn't know how to make me happy. And that irritated him. As soon as I realized that's what had gone down, I checked on my desire about the wilting flowers and said, I would love to say goodbye to those flowers. And John threw them out. I thanked him. Peace was restored. Now, if you want to be adored, figure out what you want and say it like this. I would love, and then just the final outcome. This is the partner phrase of whatever you think. That goes hand in hand with it, expressing your desires in a way that inspires. You're going to trust his thinking by saying whatever you think, but also honor your desires by saying, I would love. It's a powerful combo for intimacy, passion, and peace. But there's another cheat phrase that you need to succeed with this experiment. And I want to say up front, you're probably not going to like it. I mean, brace yourself. I didn't like it when I first heard it, but now I love it because it helps me feel dignified, clean, and close to my husband again. So here it is. It's all about restoring respect. The cheat phrase is, I apologize for being disrespectful when and then you fill in the thing you did or said. Now, only use this when you've actually been disrespectful, like maybe showing your grown husband how to use his calendar, because clearly you are the scheduling genius. It's humbling, but it's also magical. It restores the intimacy and my own self-respect. Plus, it keeps me from spiraling into, OMG, he's a narcissist, when really I was just depleted and controlling again. And it turns out John's not a narcissist or an avoidant, even though he sure seemed like one. He's just a man who responds a lot better when I'm respectful, happy, on my own paper, and expressing what I desire. So now you know how to find out for real if your man is avoidant or narcissistic, or if he's actually just a good man who's been responding very badly to a woman who lost her sparkle or tried to be helpful. So are you in? Do you want to experiment with the 4 steps from the 6 intimacy skills and for 2 weeks to see what happens? Now you know what to do to find out if your man is narcissistic or avoidant in 2 weeks. But if what you really want is to feel desired, taken care of, and special, then watch this video on the 5 feminine traits that my husband can't resist right here, because they'll turbocharge the passion and the playfulness at your house.